This is the real Tom Rose, and if you're going to do it algebraically, there's only one way to solve for variables and exponents, and that's to create a scenario where you have a common base. So suppose I have 2 to the x equals 2 to the 8th, hypothetically. I'll put that up here. 2 to the x equals 2 to the 8th. I'm just making this up. Well, since we have the same base on both sides of the equation, you can infer that x must equal 8. Right, so you can change this into x equals 8. Well, this you can expand, this logical construct, to the following. If you have 2x times 3y equals 2 to the 8 times 3 to the 4th. You can also infer, as long as, so there's one little constraint here, which is these bases must be prime bases. But as long as they're all prime bases, you can infer that the exponent for each base must be equivalent. So we want the exponent on the 2's to be equal, so you can infer x equals 8, and the exponent on the 3's must be equal, so you can infer y equals 4. Now, this I just made up numbers to show you that concept, so don't use that. But you can see in this problem now, coming back to it, what they've given us, and what we're going to need to do is figure out how we can put these into find a common base that we can do here. So what I'm going to do, so we want 2's and 3's, right? And we have 4's and 6's. Let's use our exponent rules to change these bases into 2's and 3's and see what we get. So 4 to the x is the same as, well, 4 is the same as 2 squared, right? So let's convert that into 2 squared to the x. 6 is the same as 2 times 3, right? So that's 2 times 3 to the y equals 2 to the 4th times 3 squared. So we're getting closer. We can't quite read it off yet. I want to simplify these exponents. So remember, you can multiply. If you have an exponent raised to an exponent, you can multiply. So this is the same as 2 to the 2x. And you can also, if you have something multiplied with an exponent, you can distribute it. So this is times 2 to the y times 3 to the y equals 2 to the 4th times 3 squared. Also, if you have common base and you have multiplication, as we do here, you can add the exponent. So this will be the same as 2 times 2x plus y times 3 to the y equals 2 to the 4th times 3 squared. Now we have the situation that we were talking about at the beginning, which means we can get rid of the bases, and we can set the exponents equal. So the exponent on the 2 must be equal. So we know that 2x plus y must equal 4, and we know the exponents on the 3 must be equal. So we also know that y equals 2. Well, this isn't exactly the answer, but it's close. If y is 2, we can plug that in here to solve for x. So we'll get 2x plus 2 equals 4, or 2x equals 2, or x equals 1. So if x is 1 and y is 2, is that an answer choice? Yes, that is the second one.